Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Becoming podcast. This is the podcast where I review books that can help and will help you on your journey of becoming a millionaire. So, if there are books that you would love for me to read and review for you, I'll be more than happy to do that. Just put the book in the chat and I will get a copy. I will share the book review with you. For now, I am reviewing this book, .com Secrets by Russell Brunson. And the reason why I'm reviewing this book is because it's a great marketing book. All of Russell Brunson's books are great. They are excellent if you want to learn marketing. So today we are looking at the attractive character identity. And what Russell says in this particular piece is that your attractive character will typically take on one of the following types of identities. So, yesterday I spoke about what the attractive character is. Today I'm speaking about the identity of the attractive character. He says you get to pick which one you want to be. And once we go over the choices, the right one will probably jump out at you. He says, when you get your identity together, it's going to shape how you communicate and interact with your audience. So, Russell presents four types of character identities, and the first is that of a leader. So he says the identity of the leader is usually assumed by people whose goal is to lead their audiences from one place to another. He goes on to say that most leaders have a similar backstory to that of their audiences and therefore know the hurdles and pitfalls their audience members will likely face on the journey to get ultimate results. In other words, a leader is somebody who has walked the journey. They've been there, they've done that. Usually, he says, the desired result has already been achieved by the leader, and their audience has come looking for help along that same path. Okay, so think about it in terms of your business. Do you want to assume the character of a leader? In other words, I'm someone who has been there, I know the journey, I've achieved it, and I want to take others with me. So that's the first identity type. The second is that of the adventurer. So he says that the adventurer is usually someone who is very curious, but they don't always have all the answers. So they set out on a journey to discover the ultimate truth. So, unlike the leader, the adventurer doesn't assume they know it because they may not necessarily know it, but they are curious, they want to know it. It says they bring back treasures from their journey and share them with their audience. And he says this identity is very similar to the leader, but instead of leading their audience on a journey to find the result, they are more likely to bring back the answers to give them. So the adventurer goes, gets the answer, and gives it to his or her audience. Whereas the leader has already been there, already done that, and is helping their audience to also achieve those same results. So even as I'm going through the different identities, which one do you think you fit in? Let me talk about the third one, the reporter. He says this identity is often one that people use when they have not yet blazed a trail to share with an audience, but they have a desire to. So they put on the hat of the reporter or evangelist and go out to discover the truth. Typically, people who use this identity interview dozens, hundreds, or even thousands of people and share those interviews and all they've learned along the way with their audience. And Russell says that is the identity he used when he got started. Okay. He says when he got started, he didn't know a lot about marketing himself online. So he started interviewing people. He became a reporter, just like Larry King or Oprah. And then he says, because he started interviewing all these cool people and sharing their stories and lessons, he started building an audience of his own. And his status went up. And as a result, his company was always associated with high status people. He was associated and his company became associated with high status people. So he says the knowledge and credibility that he gained from being a reporter naturally evolved into his coaching career. And he goes on to say that becoming a reporter is a great way to start a business in a niche that you are excited to explore. So if there is a particular niche you want to explore, and you know that, you know what, I'm not a leader in this field, I'm not necessarily overly adventurous in this field. However, I want to interview people who are doing cool stuff in this field, then take on the identity of a reporter. And then the fourth identity is the reluctant hero. He says this is his personal identity now, and typically the one that he tries to share with his tribe. He goes on to say that this is the humble hero who doesn't really want the spotlight or any fuss made over their discoveries. But they know the information or the secrets they have are so important that they must overcome their shyness and share them with the world. He says there's a moral duty that compels them to share all they know. So Russell always describes himself as a really shy person. Nevertheless, he's really keen to share because he knows it will help people. So is that you? Are you naturally shy? Are you an introvert? Maybe this is the identity you might want to take on, the reluctant hero. So, really, I'm going to leave it there and ask you, out of the four identities, leader, adventurer, reporter, or reluctant hero, which one do you feel a strong attachment to? He says, determine which type is a good fit and build out your attractive character using the traits of that identity. He says, if you're an adventurer, tell stories of adventure. If you're a leader, tell stories about where you've been and where you are going. And for me, I would say that's the identity I've taken on. So I've taken on the identity of a leader as somebody who started a business from a dream and is on my journey of becoming a millionaire and taking others with me on that journey. He says, if you've chosen the right identity for you, it should be fairly easy to take on that role. And if you're struggling to create your attractive character, perhaps you should take another look at your identity. So take a look at your identity. What is the identity you want to assume? Is it that of a leader? Is it that of an adventurer? Is it that of a reporter or a reluctant hero? I've shared mine. Over to you. What is your identity? What identity do you want to create? Please put your comments in the chat. I look forward to hearing from you. Take care and God bless. Bye bye.